see if I see what I'm looking for. Things aren't looking how I expect them to look today. Let me see. Very awkward. Okay, guess we're good. Let's get going. Just looking weird. Some weird things happening with that. It's always something weird happening. Always up to something. Let's do something. Right. All right, start that over. All right. I'm playing this morning. Net neutrality. I'm playing bandwidth games today. Leave me alone, deep state. I haven't talked about your mom in a long time. Leave me alone. Just trying to talk to the peoples. Good morning, Heaven. How are you doing this morning? First in the room. All right, let me see. Let me do sharing. Appreciate anybody sharing. Got a question. Caesar, Julius, to be trusted, to be cheered, or always to be watched? Gotta make some decisions here. I think people are playing the whole, you elect them and then you check them, constantly check them. Sister Maureen sent me something this morning. Got me a little concerned. What the hell is going on with this 5G rollout? I have my concerns. I've always had my concerns. I like to look at the studies, how electromagnetic radiation affects the human brain. Information that makes it obvious to us that electromagnetic energy is not a good thing to put in the human body. Probably let alone an insect's body, an animal's body. It's not a good thing to highly concentrate something that affects cellular activity. I'm always watching the Matrix, y'all. I'm always watching. See, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a Matrix watcher. I'm a business plan searcher. I don't believe in conspiracies. I don't believe in any of that. I just think you have business plans. And you always got to be watching out for what Julius is up to, the bastard. Always get dumb people to clap for him. Like, y'all see the reeds on his head and the thorns? This brother is an empire pusher, right? He's an imperialist. Is it Senator Palpatine? Is that his name? The dark Sith Lord. These rulers are never good things. Now I don't know, maybe they can on occasion do something good, but government's not something you're supposed to just be cheering like a rock star, Michael Jackson, clapping and fainting because it's Merkel and Obama and May and Trump. Y'all just this nasty, sick worship of these leaders. I don't understand it. Congress and prime ministers, and you're supposed to watch them. And when they do something that doesn't make any damn sense, that's when you're supposed to run. Look out for the business plan. Always ask yourself, key bono, who benefits? Who benefit and how much do they benefit and how much are you not going to benefit? So they're speeding up 5G rollout all around the world, speeding it up. And I'm asking myself why. It's starting to hit my radar a little bit more. Here in the United States, Sister Maureen sent me something. Here in the United States, they are breaking laws to roll it out. You've got the federal government coming down on local municipality and local stipulations to speed up the rollout. They've got the little boxes they're rolling out. They're going to be putting them on stop signs, on top of schools, on top of towers. You got a tall oak tree, they might put a damn one up there. They're trying to speed it up. Why? Somebody asked me I don't have the answer. So yeah. I'm not convinced I have the answer. I got a lot of questions. I'm a little concerned. The idea that they're speeding us up at the time they are, it's not for my Netflix, man. It's not. I'm convinced. It's not because they want me to watch Black Mirror faster. That's not because you got the people sitting behind it like, oh, they just want us to have faster internet speed. That's by the government. The federal government break laws and roll it out. Because now what, the United States, they want to beat China. Who's in the lead? I think it's China and it might be Germany. I'm not sure who's in the lead, but now America's stepping it up because they're federal government. Now they're busting laws to get it rolled out. I'll post the article. What is it? FCC seeks to expedite deployment of 5G network rollouts. Let me see if I can show you this. Right here. FCC seeks to expedite deployment of 5G network rollouts. This is that one. Remember when the 5G people went to the White House? Y'all remember that? Hold on, Julius, move your head. Y'all remember that? And then what did they Trump had some great ideas for them. That's what I'm saying. People, they don't understand that all these people together, whether it's Obama, Trump, Clinton, May, Merkel, Putin, I think they all work together. They all work together against us. Why are they speeding this thing up? Do you really think they love you that much? I have some concerns. And let me tell you, I'm gonna show you. This is why. This is the basis of my concerns. I'll post the article so y'all can read through it. In fact, this is what I'll do. I'll post it in the room now. I'll go ahead and post it so y'all can go ahead. Any of my analyst friends wants to really go through it. But I'm pretty sure y'all are pretty enlightened people. You probably already know what the hell is going on. I don't know what's going on. All I know is this is not looking good, right? I first started looking at microwave energy and the issues with it. Then they started doing the studies. How come, let me ask you a question. How come every time y'all call people these conspiracy theorists, let me post it in the room. All right, there you go. Post it in the room. You can go read the article. How come when we come back together and say, oh, okay, conspiracy, there are no conspiracy theorists. This person noticed something. This is bad. We need to make some sort of change in our society that allows government to keep rolling out things that's killing people. So look at this. This is what turned me on to it. Let me see. I got a picture right here. This is what I'm going to put up here. Always watch Caesar. Caesar is a bastard and he's always up to something. Right here. This was the chart that showed, and this is what got to me. Is when you start to look at the cell phone microwave radiation, the effect on the human brain, right? The fact that after you use a cell phone, this was a 5-year-old, someone that was 10 years old, because they were looking at the kids because the size of their skulls and how much, and that's an adult, right? And so this is the reason, let me disappear out the way. This is the reason why your children should not be on cell phones at all. At all. They shouldn't go anywhere near a damn cell phone. And they shouldn't be sleeping next to them. That's number one. It's not cute when I'm talking to grandmama on the phone. No, you're not. You're giving your baby brain cancer. So the fact that microwave energy affects cellular activity and affects the human brain, and now you have all these health concerns coming out about 5G. So, I mean, we've known these things. These things aren't secret. Now, so what they'll say, though, the biggest argument, like they'll say, well, it's all about proximity, right? That was the number one argument. Well, if you got the cell phone too close, that'll happen. But the further you get from the antenna, the better. But now they're rolling out 5G, and what's supposed to be every 200 yards, they'll have a new tower. And I think I got a picture of that too. Every 200 yards, they're going to put a tower. And so they're increasing the distance between waves. And so the chance that it interacts with your brain goes up. They're pumping up the power. You know, after we found out that this stuff is dangerous. You know, we're not even thinking about things. Like I try to think about, like, I'm not like a rebel rouser where I'm sitting here and trying to get people upset about something. I'm trying to do my best to get people to think and question what the hell are they doing. When Julius Caesar does something that doesn't make any damn sense, we're supposed to stop and say, wait a minute, why are y'all speeding us up? The hell is going, why is every gun, you mean to tell, all right, let me ask you a question. All right. Because I got these questions, these silly questions come to my mind. Are you trying to tell me that China and Germany and the UK and the United States of America are racing to give their people faster broadband service? Hold on. Are you telling me the people who are building empires, murdering their citizens, taking money, never doing what their citizens want them to do, blowing up the countries, causing genocide, they're going to stop and invest billions of dollars to hurry up so you can download your porno pictures faster? Sometimes it's funny to me. I might have to go back and look at the comments. Maybe somebody's got a good answer for me. But now I'm concerned. Now, well, I was always a little concerned. But now it's really starting to hit the radar. Because they're rushing. Now you're starting to make me wonder, what the hell are they doing with 5G that makes it so important that they're going to invest billions of dollars to speed out? You know, my country, we're always walking towards this police state, right? Like we're just walking towards martial law. That's a fact. Hashtag fact, because everybody's so poor and poor people like to eat and they're going to steal food. And so controlling people is what the narrative always is. Whether it mostly started with, I would say Bush. I start with Bush. Probably goes back to Clinton and Obama, all the rest of them. And I like to always mention them together because people don't know what to do with that. They as long as you attack Trump, then they'll come at you. I'm gonna defend Trump. As long as you praising Obama, or you hate attacking Obama, I'm gonna defend Obama. But when you come across the gambit and you show that all of these people are lying, all of these people are completely on the same agenda, all over the world. They're trying to speed up 5G. You know, I question things. Let me go back. See, I've got an image. Images help. If you look at like the whole purpose and hold on. Where's Caesar? Let me make Caesar go away. So you gotta look at the rollouts and like the plan of the rollout. I mean, they want everything connected, right? They want the cancer of everything. Is that what it's called? They want the cancer of everything. So they want to roll out towers everywhere, and they can't build the towers fast enough. So they got the little devices. They're just going to put them up in the air anywhere they can to speed it up. They want to talk to your phone. They want to talk to your car. They want to talk to your dishwasher. They want to talk to everything. And it's all for your benefit. It's all because they love us. And it's not going to cause any problems with the environment. It's not going to cause any. We already got bee populations on the decline, and now we're going to roll out microwave radiation. Not only affects bees, hummingbirds, and butterflies. Wasn't there that study that showed that there was a consistent statistic that showed that, or significant statistic that showed that sparrow populations avoided areas that had these towers? Right? You had the studies from the entomologists talking about the effects of microwave radiation on bees and insects. You know, bees are kind of important, y'all. Bees are kind of, I was thinking about it the other day. I said, what if all these extinctions that we've gone through that the Egyptians have told us about, what if they actually weren't like all asteroids and deluges? What if every now and then the bee population dies off because somebody gets a really dumb idea of putting pyramids up all over the planet so people can fly around in the bee miners and have power? They're calling power grid, whatever, and they figured that out with 5G. And what if we just keep repeating the same stupid mistake? Kills off the bees and we just disappear. We completely disappear. Like I was asking the other day. I used to love that show. It was called Life Without People, and it showed that when we're gone, like very shortly after we're gone, like 10,000 years, actually nothing will be left. It'll all be gone, pretty much everything. You know, in 10,000, 15,000 years, people will be looking back saying, you know what, back in the day, they used to have flying ships. They called them V-Mana airplanes. They used to fly around in flying chariots, and all of them be gone. All of them. 10,000 years, every single airplane on this planet, every single drone, everything that flies, they'll all be dust. All the rockets, the missiles, they'll just be in the soil. And they'll just look back like, oh, no, they were just dummies back in 2018. They were stupid. That was the Stone Ages. They were still building stones. The only thing that'd be left would be like the Hoover Dam, like the dams would be there, and that'd be the only thing standing, like, oh, the Hoover Dam was there for some sort of power reason or something, the water gets diverted somewhere else. They have no idea. Like when we look back at ancient archaeology and we're convinced that they're all dummies behind us, but maybe it's just we keep handing down through some sort of cellular memory and DNA the same stupid ideas of racing forward with technology and not questioning the effects that they have on the environment. You know, there haven't been enough studies done to show what is going to be the effect on bee populations. You know, and this is what I think we got to stop and question. What the hell is Caesar up to? What are they up to? Like, here's a good example of it. You know the difference between 4G and 5G. Went from 1G, 2G, get up to 20G, and I don't know, the planet blow up or something. It's about the distance between waves, right? So the top chart, 3G, 4G, 4G light, and up to 5G. So it's highly increasing, it's decreasing the distance between waves, right? So picture yourself walking to work, you're kind of bopping along in the matrix going to work. And it just only a couple waves get your brain, not many of them, just, you know, low power, a couple of them get you dance over your head. 5G is going to increase that significantly. So any effects that we're having right now from 2G, 3G, 4G, and 4G light are going to significantly be increased with 5G. And my position is this: wait. That's my only position. I'm not saying 5G is going to cause the zombie apocalypse. Damn it, it sure could. I'm not saying that it's going to. I'm just saying we don't know what we're doing. Wait, right? You don't roll out technology in an environment that's increasingly being destabilized that you don't know the effects that it's going to have. That's stupid. It's crazy to me that we're even considering rolling out 5G. And while the population is looking elsewhere, every government's racing to do it. They're everywhere. Smart cities are coming too soon. Yes, they are, Gaia. And I think the first one is at somewhere in the United Arab Emirates, where they're building out that smart city right there. The Internet of Things, and everything's connected, and everybody will have peace and freedom. You're not gonna have no peace and freedom. Julius Caesar does not roll out peace and freedom. Right? When these governments, when they get together and they spend billions of dollars to roll out technology, and they won't tell you why, and you have doctors coming forward and saying, hey, y'all need to pause on this. We're seeing effects, what is it, in the sweat glands and the brain and different parts of the human body. We're seeing effects. We don't need to be doing this. And they keep doing it. Number one, it's an indicator that you have no control in government. That's number one. You have no control. No control. Stop acting like you have control. Stop it. Stop it. That's what I was going off yesterday about. Stop it. Stop. Don't act like you control who's president. You have zero say in that. Okay. And most of the world, like Americans, we know this now. Americans with their eyes open realize we don't pick the presidents. And when they're in office, we have no control of what they're doing. They don't even have control of what they're doing. Right. Other countries, you may be starting to see that, but we don't have any control. And they don't give they can give two shakes of a willy. They could care less what human beings want. They could care less what their citizens want. They're rolling out what corporations tell them to. They want hive cities. And that's a good example, Gaia. That's a good example. Like they're rolling out some sort of a hive setup. Can they somehow affect and control us? I don't know. That's kind of deep. I kind of think it's mostly they just want to know what we're doing. They want to know where we're going. They want to know who we're talking to. They want to have the data. They want to have it faster. I think, it is about control, and it's about fear, right? If they know what you're doing, where you're going, your underwear size, who you're talking to, what you're thinking about, what you're posting on social media, they can come after you, right? They can make you scared. Now you're scared to say stuff. Like you have people on the internet now, they're scared to speak about this type of stuff. They don't want to, they don't want to post things. They don't want to share them because they're afraid of what their friends might think, and they're afraid that the deep state might be watching me. People, we are long past fear. We are way past that. We are in dumb stupocalypse area. This is where you got to post everything because we don't know what the hell is going on. All we know is these people are always lying to us. My ears ringing permanently. Is that right, Yuli? Well, you know what? And that's another good point, which is there's 7 billion different types of human beings on this planet, right? If you do a 5G study on 5 people, that doesn't mean a damn thing. Doesn't mean anything. Everybody's set up differently. Everybody has different sets of microbiology in them, and different types of microbiology are affected by these microwave energy in different ways, right? So everybody could be affected differently. We have to take pause in these things. Like that's some sort of tyrannical oppression. It's dumb as the pharmaceutical industry, where they test a certain percentage of people, and because those people aren't affected, oh, they can roll it out. Nah, screw everybody else. We don't care nothing about everybody else. That's crazy. That's like celiac disease, right? The people who are like really affected by gluten intolerance, because the rest of us are intolerant. We don't care about them. We don't need to label the bread. We don't need to. If they die, who cares, right? Same thing with the medicine. Oh, 80% of people showed a positive effect from this drug, but 20% of y'all, oh, it's gonna suck for y'all. You're gonna die miserably with blood shooting out your anus and vomit shooting out your nose and diarrhea coming out your mouth. And we don't care. We're just going to roll it out because we want to make sure that our citizens have faster internet. The smart house concept brings us a step closer to a social engineering of society, all about total control. I agree with you, Brother Gal. That's what I'm agreeing with. Like, I think it is about control. I think they want to know what everybody's doing, why they're doing it, and when they're doing it, and they can control it. You can scare a lot of people if you got the ability, outside of the fact that you can use some of these technologies to cause problems, right? Like what was that embassy where somebody put some sort of a device outside the embassy, the United States embassy, where it was some sort of device that pushed some sort of sonic symbol, which and the ambassadors in the building, they were starting to have these problems. They were starting to get headaches and whatever, So we have no idea what they can do with these things. We have absolutely no ideas, but they're up to something. They're up to something. I'm not convinced I know what, but they're up to something because they're rushing to do it. They're trying to hide it, and they're not stopping, and they're not adhering to any sort of the warnings by our medical professionals. Like, here, let me show you this. I think this is something that people need to be posting on 5G. I think y'all need to be talking about 5G. I think you need to be questioning it. And again, in these discussions, don't take the position that you know what they're up to. Don't take the position that you know the effect it's going to cause, because that's how the dummies and the trolls, they can just destroy you in a conversation. Don't act like you know. Just act like you got some common damn sense, and you're saying, no, we need to restrain these people. You can't go and violate local laws to speed this up. We don't give a damn if China's speeding up. That's China, and well, we should give a damn. We should give a damn. But if all the governments are up to it, this is bad. Like, hey, anyway, here's a documented 5G effects, right? It impacts the skin health. It worsens your eye health. It lowers bacterial resistance. What? They sell more drugs. Big Pharma might be in this. Yeah, and more biologically active organs and more dangerous. I don't know what Dr. Jockers is talking about on that one, but that's a website, and I'll post a link. You can go out, take a look at it, but just do a quick search. 5G health concerns, and all this stuff comes back. Neural monitoring, invisible silence, holocausts. What to do? What to do? Neural monitoring. I don't know. That's crazy. Who is that? Heartless XX on YouTube. That's some scary stuff. I don't know. Can they monitor brain activity? I thought I saw something weird like that once, where they were talking about where they took a router, some sort of Wi-Fi device. I know that they can use these things to bounce the signals around the room, and they can see who's in the room, how many people, where they are. They can modify neural behavior. I mean, it makes sense. Your brain operates on the same wavelengths, right? So if they're utilizing these things, they're modifying cellular activity. Yeah, I guess they could bring about some sort of conditions of depression and cause problems. But this is what I'm saying. Like, people ask the question, well, what do we do? What do we do? Number one, no secrets in government. Your government can't have secrets. We have passed the ridiculousness of Julius Caesar having the ability to have secrets a long time ago. In common sense, we realized Julius Caesar, the governments cannot have secrets, but people agree with this. They agree with the classified information and top secrets. And so we don't even know what they're doing. We don't know what they're working on because we can't go out and read the documents of people who actually are supposed to be working for us. That's number one. Number two, corporations, you can't have secrets anymore. If you are working on a technology that can bring about some sort of problem on a world scale, your research needs to be open. We can't have patents, right? That's what they use. They use these things to keep secrets from everybody. And this happens, and then we have no idea what's going on. So it's possible they've been utilizing this to monitor neural behavior or modify it. And I kind of think that's a bad idea, because I look at the history of things, right? Kings always modified neural behavior, heartless. They did that in the feudal days, right? They starved the people didn't want to go to war. So what they do, they starve the population so the people would have no choice. They got to go to war and they got to go fight France. They've been modifying neural behavior in dumb technology ways since the beginning. The idea that they wouldn't do something now to modify neural behavior is insanity. It's their model. They've always done that. We can't trust Caesar. People have to stop clapping for Caesar. People got to stop pretending that these people are rock stars. They're not freaking rock stars. They are Julius Caesars. They work for the emperor. The only thing is we actually don't know who Julius is now, because I don't think the presidents and the prime ministers and the Congress, I don't think that they are at those levels. I think they are low-level automatons. They are just probably the dragoons that roll this stuff out, and half of them don't know any better, right? Half of them don't read the laws. They get paid to sign it. They want to stay in power. They want to keep their job and pay their mortgage, so they take the money, they sign the law. They have no idea what these dastardly big businesses are up to. You know, we got a problem. We got to stop trusting Julius Caesar. It's stupid. It's a violation of our human sovereignty. They go too far. This goes beyond breaking the skin barrier like vaccines. I'm with you, Ish. It goes too far. I mean, we're breaking natural law all across the gambit. Question everything, Brother Terry says. You always have to question everything. You can never trust Julius Caesar. He's building an empire. The only way he can build an empire is to make everybody in the empire really scared of him. Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's insanity to me that people are still cheering these presidents like they're just not puppets. Insanity. I know someone that goes around destroying smart meters. Guy, I hear you. That's probably a bad idea. It's probably a good idea and bad idea. Depends on where you are. In America, oh, you're not getting away. It's like the whole, the UK thing with the CCTV, the closed circuit television. They see every damn thing. They didn't found the Russians. They found the Russian guys. Y'all about the Skripal case. They didn't found them bopping around. I think there's somebody who uses axes and he's knocking down the towers. Like, it's a good idea and it saves lives probably, but it doesn't matter at this point. Like, I think they see these things coming. So they have the new technology. I think it's the size of one of these adult gaming stations, right? They take the game station and they're just hanging it up on a pole. I think our only savior, y'all, is we got to stop fighting each other. We literally got to start posting these things. Again, thank you for sharing. And if you don't want to share my ugly mug, then you can share the links that I post in here, but you need to be sharing, because the things that social media talks about are the things that the media will talk about. But if the media is not talking about it because they're busy talking about other things, because we're all caught up in the drama of taking out one Julius Caesar and putting in another that's going to do the same damn thing, then we're stupid. We're on these impeachment topics. We got big, real things to talk about. Yo, I think bees are does anybody like bees? I kind of like bees. Y'all like bees? I kind of like bees. I think bees, I got my bee right here. I kind of think bees are important. I sort of think bees' lives matter. I think if bees' lives matter, I think white lives ain't gonna matter, black lives ain't gonna matter, Hispanic, yellow, blue, whatever rainbow colors y'all silly people think you are, none of those lives are gonna matter. Right? Because if they kill off the bees, we're gone. Your papayas, your tomatoes, your peppers. I think some cucumbers self-pollinate, but for the most part, the human race is gone. Like, oh no, but there's still 20 to 30% of crops that bees don't pollinate, the insects that get just destroyed by 5G, that just fly away or die. We'll still live on the 20, 30% crops. Do you really think so? Do you think we're doing good with feeding the world right now? Do you? Do you actually think that scarcity isn't running things right now? Do you think that these wars aren't really about that these people are hungry and they're funneling guns, America, UK, France, Britain, are funneling guns there and they're killing each other and, oh, we got to go in and do something and help them. That's what this is all about. It's about food. If you take out 70% of the food being grown right now, this world is over. It's done. That's a wrap. Hang it up. Go to Tibet, y'all. Go to Tibet. But if you're not in Tibet, you're going to die. Right? Hungry people eat. And if this stupid 5G dumb technology actually just takes out 5% of the food production, because it only takes out 5%, 10% of the bee populations, we're done. Mass riots for food will spread like wildfire all over this world. And the only people that'll make it are the Egyptians hiding in the pyramids and Tibetans hiding in, the monks hiding in the caves way up where nobody can get to them. So they can restart civilization, because we're off doing dumb things, cheering Julius Caesars. It's not that Julius is a bad guy. I don't think Julius is bad. I just think that we haven't evolved brains yet to have power over people. Like we can't have power. It makes no sense. Like I'll joke around and people start saying things like, "Oh, you should run for president." Hell no, because it kill me. But I tell them the fun things that the bills I'd pass before they kill me. If I could, I don't know. I don't think they let me pass. They kill me before I get in there. But very simple things. But I don't want to be your president. What the hell I want to be your president? Why would I want to be your prime minister? I don't even know you. Why in the heck am I going to tell you how to live your life? How am I going to tell you where to put your... I'm going to do a hashtag India. Where to put your ding-a-ling? That's not my business. It's not my business. Where you want to go, how you raise your kids. None of that is up to me. How you grow food, what food you're growing, if you're planting GMO seeds, all the dumb things that governments like to do and force people. We are a diverse population of tribes all over this planet. I don't believe in the nation idea. I don't want to be no leader. I don't even want to tell my kids what to do half the time. Half the time, I don't tell my kids anything. I just give them questions. Daddy, what am I supposed to do about this? I give them a question. Well, what do you think you should do about it? I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't think we've evolved to have power over people to tell them what to do. Let me see. T-Mobile says 5G will be fully nationwide by 2020. Well, you know what? Well, Brenda, if that's true, then who is that? T-Mobile, they might pick the next president. They might pick the Congress. They might pick everybody. I don't know. If they got some sort of neural control with 5G, we're in big trouble. If they bring people, but you know what? What if it's not that deep? What if it's not that deep? What if it's just as simple as they can bring people to states of depression, right? They can pump out enough of those waves that the changes, how they say the barometric pressure affects like us and our moods and things, and they just make everybody moody. Because in my country, everybody's moody. I'm getting in trouble for this one, but it's like we're in a perpetual menstrual cycle right now. It's not ending. It's not. 80% of the population in my country are just listen. I'm gonna tell you once. I was married once. Can I tell y'all something? I'll tell y'all a secret. I was married once. And you tend to find out when the times you need to be buying some roses and making dinners and shutting up and like all that fighting stuff. Like you want to control the house and tell people you need to put all that stuff in the bag. That when that time comes, you listen. Moody people, yeah. I'm not going to go any further down that road. I'm just saying in my country right now, all the men, they got this perpetual cycle that they're on right now. They're not getting off the cycle to staying there because they hate Trump, they love Trump, and they're handing all the power to the leadership. But maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's just the 5G, they know it affects people. They pump up the power. Maybe they turn the power down for the most part and come election time where they need people to be tribal and angry and moody and fight because they don't feel good. It's just, maybe that's all it is. Maybe they know that angry tribal people will fight each other. And if they fight each other, the poor people fighting each other, they're not questioning their government. They're not fighting their government. They're not watching Julius Caesar. They're cheering everything Julius Caesar says. Maybe it is really that simple. Maybe it's not as deep as neural control. It's just making you angry. And as long as you're angry, you tend to lash out to people you love, because that's what that's about, right? Like in a spousal situation, you go to work, you come home, you know that saying, it says, you hurt the people that you love, right? Because that's the person that's closest to you. You don't go mess with Mary at work. You didn't have nothing to do with Mary. Mary's not going to forgive you for being a jerk. So you go home and you treat your wife like a jerk. You go home and treat your husband like a jerk. You go home and take it out on your kids. You hurt the people that you love. Then maybe it is that simple. Maybe they know that they can screw with your brain and it prevents people from having any sort of critical thought and saying, no, I'm not going to fight with my neighbor over something else. Why am I? Thank you. Who said that? Brenda. I'm not going to fight with my neighbor over chicken scraps. I'm not going to fight with them over the little chicken bones that billionaires give to the government to hand down to me. No, why am I going to fight with him? He's starving like I am. Maybe it is that simple. The Vatican has their own everything. Brother Jason said, yeah, they do. And maybe if the Vatican's rolling out 5G too, are they in it? Well, I think that you know what, Jason, I think that there's always only one fight, right? The haves versus the have-nots. And the people who run the Vatican, haves. People running Russia, have. People running Britain, have. The banks that are running all of them, have. The people running America, have. The people running your church, have. These are all the haves because they have you. Not just money. Money's going away. It's not money. As I told people, money's an outdated concept. It's not about money. It was always about power. They have you. So they all agree. All of these governments across the world, they might fight in wars, and notice they don't go fight in the wars. They send you to fight in the war, right? It's power. They send your kids to fight each other. And they pretend like they're fighting, but they agree all on one thing. They have you. You belong to their nation, belong a Mick. Back to Crocodile Dundee, you belong to them. They got power over you. They all agree with that. So of course the Vatican. Now, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not in these little tribal fights where people pick and choose the have that they want to put in power over me. That's stupid. Well, my have is nicer than your have. No, they're not. They're all just billionaires and they all agree with controlling every damn thing. It's all media, corporations, and military that gets all this stuff going. Yes, Ty, it is. That's what it is. They get it going and they keep it going. And that's why the media is involved with all of this net neutrality and all of this nonsense. Although I know California has a bill, got to post a link. Sister Dave Marie gave me that the other day. California is trying to bring back some form of net neutrality. Now, mind you, net neutrality was not a good bill. It was not a good bill. It was about government control. So there's some edits that got to be made, but you can't get to a place where you let corporations determine what actually gets play on the internet and what doesn't. That's just dumb. Always check Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar is a metaphor, people. It's a metaphor. Always know your history. If you don't know your history, you're going to repeat it always in the future. Always question Julius Caesar. The bastard is always up to something. He's always starving people to go start a war. He's always up to trying to take some more territory, anything to get more power. Not that he's a bad guy, but that's just what power is. The most fearful people on this planet are the people who have the most, because they're fearful. They can't live without it. They got to keep it, and they got to keep you from not having it. Those are the people that you always got to fear the most, because they got all that fear and they're willing to do a lot of bad things to you to keep the things that they got. Let me see. What we know about was they actually had at their disposal and the actual technology that they control. It's like a single grain of sand on a beach. Yes, Brother Terry, we never know. We never know what they got. We never know what they're up to. We never know where they're going because we're too busy. We're baling hay, we're picking cotton, going to work, feeling good, feeling bad, working 2-3 jobs. We don't know anything that they're up to because one, people don't read. Two, the really important stuff is always classified. We're always 30-40 years behind in technology anyway, so we don't know what they're up to. U.S. founders took all the rulers and laws that benefited the king and kingdom and put a pretty bow on it. Yes, it's a pretty bow, Sandra. People love it. They love it. They cheer, boy, they cheer for Caesar. Every election they come out, they cheer. You know what's funny, Sandra? The things I say that they haven't changed in probably 20 years. I say the same thing. Every president. The only difference is who I'm actually talking to. There's always some just gaslit group. Oh, my president's taking on the deep state. My prime minister's doing good thing. And they all work for Julius Caesar. They all work for corporations. They all work for greed. Like, I don't know if Satan is a real thing. I don't know nothing about that. Maybe it's just a collection of really negative, bad ideas and thoughts and human evolution that just bring about this condition of evil. But they all work for it. When you get power, you want to control people. You want to force people to do things. And I think that's always a bad idea. I think the people who I want in government, honestly, are the people who shouldn't be in government, the people who don't want to be there, the people who don't want control, the people who say crazy things like, yeah, I don't know, nations really, I don't know if this is a great idea. I don't know that one group of people should run everything, because they do stuff like this, right? And they excel at getting people fighting over things that mean nothing. I hate it so much when people act like voting makes a difference. don't they, Jason? Oh, they're just making all the difference. That's the funniest thing. Like, they get together and it's like, it's just been proven that they don't pick the presidents. They probably have little influence on who's in Congress or anywhere else. They don't pick the prime ministers, but they sit there and once they're in office, the prime ministers and president, they ignore everything that they said they were going to do. They ignore everything that the people asked for. And you still have these people yelling and cheering about, oh, get your numbers together. We got to go out and vote. And I laugh sometimes about it, brother, and then I cry. I can't believe this is where we are. Like, this is the extent of human evolution, that we still believing that voting for the same people make a difference. Like, the thing I think about, and I'm not like anti-vote. I don't act like I'm like that. You put the same people in government. You put the same people in government, and so they do the same things. I think, maybe that's a question. What would a politician look like that would be worth a vote? I've got my ideas, but the politician has to have integrity. has to be a person who is normal, a normal human being. Like, I'm sick of seeing politicians in office. I don't think we need any more politicians. I think we don't need any more lawyers. You know, if you had a career based in lying to people and you excelled at making people stupid, so they're actually clapping about 5G, that, oh, they want me to be able to download my episodes faster. No, they don't. They're not trying to help Netflix. If you just have the ability to get people to believe this bull, you shouldn't be in government. You should not be in government. I want some stay-at-home moms and homeless people. I want some people who have integrity, right? When you run for government, you know what I want? I want them to do a brain scan. This is the other thing I believe in. I believe in brain scans for presidents. I don't care what they have to say, politicians. I don't care. Y'all come to me, bring me another politician. Here's a politician, vote for this person because this is what they believe. How do you know they believe that? How do you know? Do you? Do you know? Did you grow up with them? Huh? Do you go to soccer with their kids? Do they invite you to the country club? How do you know they actually believe that? Do you? Really? I want brain scans. I don't care. That's what I want on the resume. I want brain scans. Y'all, because I like to talk about brain scans a lot. I listen to Dr. James Fallon, right? I want the brain scans. Don't tell me what your politician believes. What you do is the first part of the politician resume, it needs to be a brain scan. That's the first thing I want to see. Bring me this politician, this their name, here's their brain scan. So I can look at it and say, okay. Let me see, empathy's looking pretty good. Love, okay, that looks pretty good. Compassion, yep, that's looking pretty good. Now, violence, I'm not sure. And fear is looking kind of high. I'm not sure that this is a person that should be running things. Yeah, I kind of want someone a little lower on the fear spectrum, right? Because I mean, this is where we're going. The technology's there. They look at the brain, they know the different portions of the brain and what it's used for. And I just think that if you don't have any compassion, maybe you shouldn't be a priest. I don't know. Right? If you can't process in your brain that that's a child and I shouldn't be abusing it, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be a doctor, a priest, a politician. That's the first step. So I think you get that to me, but that's what a politician would look like. For the people who still believe in voting, that's what a politician, I think the beginnings of it, when you start utilizing technology for things we understand, things on our level, right? Are you a human being? Do you even have the ability to process some of the laws you're going to be voting on and how they'll affect the least all? Princeton studying, voting doesn't matter. Yes, Brother Don, that's what they said. So voting doesn't matter. We don't control who goes in and we don't control them once they get in. But people, they like to fight about it. This is why I called them the other day, Brother Don, I call them gamers. They're just gamers. They're playing a game. They got these little controllers and they're just playing the video game. They're grown adults and they're still playing. Somebody got the Democrat controller. The other person got the Republican controller. And they're just playing a game, sitting in their drawers in the living room while the rest of us going to work, right? The rest of us are driving human evolution in society. And we walk in the door, you see the Democrats over here playing that little silly game, and the other one over here. I'm like, ain't y'all grown? What are y'all doing? It's people dying outside. It's a genocide going on. They're murdering, killing people, endless. All this crazy stuff happening. And y'all in here playing video games. Y'all playing politics. Yeah, we playing politics, man. We having some fun. Yeah, we gonna change the world on this video game. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You know, I think that we shouldn't be conspiracy theorists, but I think we should always look for the business plan. Nobody knows why they're rolling out 5G so fast because they're not telling you. All they're telling you is they're not going to check. That's all they're saying. They're saying we don't give a damn about what your doctors say. We don't give a damn about what the laws say at the local level. We don't give a damn about what the entomologist says. We don't give a damn about what the environmentalist says. I mean, microwave energy even affects seed germination. We don't give a damn what the botanists say. We're just going to roll it out and it's going to be good for you. You're going to love it. You're going to love it, y'all. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're in such trouble. That's why I can't stop laughing. But you know, maybe we're not smart enough to make it. Maybe we're not. And that's okay. That's okay. Because, you know, we are the cancer on this planet. We are. We are the cancer on this planet. Maybe we just haven't evolved yet enough to have 7 billion of us. So maybe them knocking the population back to 500 million, maybe that's the right thing to do. You know, if you feel that we should be sitting playing these little politic video games when we got a world that's coming to an end, maybe we don't deserve to be here. Ish said, I don't want faster internet. Neither do I, Ish. I don't need it. We got big problems. How about you take some of those resources and feed the starving kids in this world? How about you take some of those resources and stop rape gangs and warlords from killing women? Like, how about that? Hashtag me too. How about we do that? I don't want no faster internet. Who asked for faster internet? Did somebody ask for that? That's a good question. Why do politicians do things that nobody asked for? Did anybody ask for that? Raise your hand if you did. I didn't ask them for nothing. I didn't ask them for a damn thing. I demand some things. Stop murdering people. Stop killing people. Stop raping them. Stop backing up and hiding priests that are diddling kids. I'd stop the pedophilia. Take the pedophilia out of Hollywood. That's the only thing I ask for. Stop being dastardly. Get some integrity for once. Act like you're not a damn fool. You know, that's what anyway, that's me. That's what I think. Let me see. Says Citizen Deb. If things are improving, a Citizen Deb. If things are improving, and she says they're not. Proof to me is I can't stay in the damn cast on Facebook. Oh, really? I'm only able to hear without interruptions after it's over. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, Citizen Deb, but you know, we don't control it. It's not our platform. I actually had trouble starting it. I don't know why. It's doing some funky stuff. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just look at something like that. Don't make no sense. I usually don't have any problem starting this until I talk about certain things. When I hashtag 5G or hashtag Russian oligarchs, it doesn't work. All things start going crazy and wonky. Anytime I talk about Israel, oh my gosh, the screen was blinking once. Citizen Dev, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All I know is it's insanity to me, right? Social media, this is our world platform. This is where we're supposed to be able to have conversations and make the world smaller. That's what this was for, make the world smaller. It's not doing that. It's being utilized to keep the world big, keep populations divided, keep people fighting. Voice to skull, make commercials personal. Oh, Rebecca, I think I heard something about that. I thought I heard, isn't there some sort of micro electronic device or something where they can do that, where they can make people hear voices in their head with microwave radiation? I thought I heard something about that, Rebecca. That's that. That, you know what, Rebecca, that answers a lot. That does. Don't most of our presidents now, they hear voices in their head, Jesus is speaking to them. It's not really Jesus, the CIA. You need to destabilize Venezuela. This is your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But that would be that, Rebecca. You know what? I don't deny anything. I know these are murdery bastards. They could do anything. But if the CIA, then they'll do it with Muhammad too. Hey, this is Muhammad. Damn it. This is Muhammad. This is what you need to do. You know, they've always played both sides. Kings have always done that. Can't trust Julius Caesar. Yeah, you can't ever trust him. Exactly, breaking natural law. Yes, Ty, we need people start to agree on things like natural law. Stop agreeing on killing the other poor people and stealing what they have. I'm sorry, Brother Bajor said, he said 5G Julius Caesar. All of these things are Julius Caesar. That's how I see it. They're means of controlling people. They're means of controlling the conversation. Brother Bajor says, feed yourself. You gotta feed yourself. I sound like a broken record, but I'll keep saying it. If you're not growing some food, you need to start. If you don't know how to plant a seed, damn it, read a book. Your power is your ability to control yourself, to feed yourself and feed your family. That's what being a strong man always was. If you're not heading those directions, you're heading in the direction of being a weak man and a weak woman. Why would you want to be weak? We all come from strong, very empowered people. They're making robo-bees to do that now. I saw that, Ty, and that's just as dumb as it's crazy. It's dumb and crazy. It's crazy at the same damn time, right? You know, can they do it? Yeah, I mean, the micro robots they have, and you listen to the things like Elon Musk says that they have robots now that very soon they'll move so fast that you actually won't even be able to see them move. You'll need a black light to see them move, that they're so fast. Could they make a robo-bees to pollinate? Yeah, they could. This is why I tell everybody watch Black Mirror. Y'all need to watch Black Mirror. If you haven't watched Black Mirror, you need to watch Black Mirror. They had an episode with the robo-bees. And just think about this. See, the good thing about a bee, you know what I like about bees? Bees don't hate me. They don't hate me. Bees don't hate you. Bees, they got a job to do. They do their job. If they have robo-bees, who controls the robo-bees? What will the robo-bees do? How fast will they fly? Who will they kill? I look at the micro, the mini drones they're using to kill people, right? In that video. You do not want Julius Caesar having no damn robo bees that swarm that he can give your picture to. That's just stupid. You're going to have a bee up, you're going to have people dying of bees. But I think they say that stuff, Ty. I think they lie. And if anything, if they have robo bees to do the pollinating, it's not for your belly. It's not for my belly, and it's not for your belly. What they'll do is, oh, the robo bees are almost ready. You go, not ready yet. Then they'll start looking at the population, 5 million, 5 billion, 4 billion, 3 billion. The robo bees aren't ready. With the wings, we got to work on the wings. 2 billion. No, they're almost kind of ready, but they're a little quirky. 1 billion after the whole world is starving. And finally, when they get down to that 500 million level, we got the robo bees working. And they start only pollinating GMO crops. They only start pollinating crops of certain people and certain farms that are selling to the wealthiest. Let all the poor people die. It sound like conspiracy, sound crazy to you. You need to look at history. That's all I'm gonna say to you. It's just history. History, they've always depopulated us when they needed to. That's why I don't look at what people say it's crazy. I just look back and say, you know what? Did this actually happen? Black Mirror is a modern Twilight Zone. Scary stuff. I watched one episode and was like, okay, that's a nightmare. I'm ready. I'm already too aware. Yeah, brother Jason, watch it, man. Why'd you listen? You gotta watch it. Let me tell you why. Here's what I tell everyone when they watch Black Mirror. Do not watch episode 1, season 1. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're a little sadistic, you won't care. That season 1, episode 1 is rough. I can't get people to watch beyond that after they watch it. What you got to do, start on season 2, start on season 3, start anywhere else. All the episodes are good, and I like your description. So Black Mirror, it's basically, if you took Twilight Zone and you mixed it with like Alfred Hitchcock and you threw in like warnings of the future from a philosopher, that's Black Mirror. That's Black Mirror. Black Mirror takes dumb things we're doing like 5G. We're not testing them and we're rolling them out. It takes things like that and says, well, what will happen in the future? What will the future look like if we keep going this direction of giving corporations ultimate say? That's all I got to say, but you got to watch it. You got to watch it. It opens. I thought my eyes were open till I really started looking at it. I was like, oh my gosh, I never even thought about that. Whoever wrote the Black Mirror, they must be aliens. They came here from somewhere else. Brother Bajorn said, he's going to get me on that one. They came here from another dimension or something to warn us. But Black Mirror, you got to watch it. Rolling out the phones in 2019. Okay, the 5G phones. Brenda, I can promise you I won't have one. Which is another thing I saw in the news today. What is it? The new iPhone is out. iPhone 10, iPhone 100, whatever it is, 11, 17. I don't even know, to be honest. I think it said iPhone 10. I can promise you I'm not going to have it. Guarantee you that. A lot of friends I know, they still got flip phones. Only reason I upgraded my phone because I had to. One, cell phones are slavery. All right, they're built on slave labor, and you can't say anything about chattel slavery and cotton if you keep upgrading your new cell phone to the new cell phone because you're supporting the modern slave trade. That's number one. So Apple, zero interest. And the other thing about Apple is it's elitist, man. Like Apple is a status symbol. Don't you realize that? Yeah, they started off as a hippie, like a liberalish kind of thing, but then it turned into this elitist status. This is where, and there's a link between Apple becoming elitist and like liberals becoming authoritarian fascists. There's a link there, right? Because that's when they turned into this snooty thing. I got my iPhone. You got a drone. This is an iPhone. That's right. That's why I don't have nothing to do with it. It's a status symbol. I don't have anything to do with status symbols. People drive cars for status symbols. They live in houses for them. They wear clothes for them. I'm the exact opposite. I want the opposite of your status. If it makes you feel like you're important because you own a cell phone that's from iPhone or Apple, if a car or a house makes you feel important, if a job and an income and a bank account gives you pride in who you are, I love you, and I think I would like to give you a hug as long as your psychological condition does not roll off me, as long as it's not contagious. I have zero interest in status. That's dumb. Your status is your intellect. What are you doing? What are you accomplishing? Oh, I worked on 5G. I helped give that. Really? That's the best you can do. You took your intellect and you gave it to Julius Caesar. Something's not functioning in your brain. You need to have a brain scan. Something's not working. This never works out good for poor people. The head of the Fed said workers are better controlled when they are hungry. It's all about control of the economy. And Linda, thank you, Linda. Exactly. Y'all need to listen to Linda because it's spot on. Starving people are easy to control. Dumb people easy to control too. Gaslit people, but fearful, hungry people, they will do anything their government asks them to. That's why people aren't questioning 5G. Most people are. They go right along with it. It's Julius. We'll trust Julius. Julius ain't that bad. Julius, he's not that bad of a guy. We'll trust him. And they roll it out because nobody questions it. Politicians work for lobbyists. Linda, can you say that louder, please? Are y'all listening to Linda? Anybody listening to Linda? Linda? I'm sorry, I just talked about the little kid. What's his name? Mateo. He's like, Linda. But listen, Linda. No, listen, baby. You just the baby. Listen to Linda on this one. All right? If lobbyists run your political parties, if lobbyists own your politicians, you have no say. When you go to someone and says, vote for this politician, and they belong to that party, you are just, I was going to say the D word. I'm not going to say it. You're just special. You're special. And we love you. We're going to work with you. We'll keep giving you some facts and try to get you to a place where it makes sense. But it's just as illogical as your little plastic G.I. Joes are going to win the war. It's not going to happen. Y'all ever play with G.I. Joes? I used to play with G.I. Joes when I was a kid. We used to fight wars with the plastic G.I. Joes from Mattel. They're not actually real. It's not a real war. It's not real. The fight between the left and the right, it's not real. There's no fight. There's no lobbyists own both of them. The same damn lobbyists. As soon as they leave the Democrat office, they go right in the Republicans office. And they just keep you lost in it. Let me see. But you can't say it loud enough. Politicians work for lobbyists. You got to work on your fangs like we talked about yesterday. That's your fangs. You just got to hit them hard. You got to hit them quick and explain to them that what they're doing makes no sense. What you're trying to get me to do is vote for you're gonna get me to vote for somebody else to replace Trump so we can get another genocidal, murderous Julius Caesar there to provide the same function for the other Julius Caesars, the corporations. That's stupid. That's a process for no change. All that does is help your ego. Not interested in that. We'll deal with the politicians that seem a little on the psychopathy spectrum, but I think they all are. That's my belief. Say, hey, he's saying something about Trump is psychological. He's crazy. He is crazy. Dummy. Say, listen, love you, but let's be real about it. You don't murder kids and go to sleep at night and not be crazy. All the presidents do it. Then again, maybe they don't want to. Maybe that's why they age so fast. Maybe that's why they look so bad. Maybe it's because they actually don't sleep well at night. Maybe. I don't know. I can see my gang stalking symptoms and electronic harassment symptoms increasing drastically. Heartless. Well, Heartless, and my heart goes out to you. So I'm talking about this today. Sister Maureen sent this to me, and I couldn't believe it. If y'all didn't catch the beginning, you can go back, watch the beginning. This was all about the FCC. This is about their plan. They're speeding up the deploy of 5G wireless networks. Why is that an issue? Because it's hurting people. That's why it's an issue. It's an issue because we don't know why they're doing it. It's an issue because all the governments around the world are racing to do it. And they're saying it's for you. And anytime the king's saying something is for you, something's wrong. They're up to something. Always up to something. So all you can do, Heartless, like I know that we talked about, some of the things you can do. The great thing is trees and plant matter don't give a damn about your 5G. They actually, when you have like really thick canopies, it deters the signal. A lot of really thick vegetation. So what I tell people, Heartless, is to go get some bamboo. The most invasive, you can get clumping bamboo. Get the most invasive bamboo you can get. I like the running bamboo, but you get the clumping one. Plant it all around your bedroom where you sleep. Plant it around your house, the borders of your property. The more trees there are, the more problems they have with the waves. They interfere some of the waves. It's the only thing you can do to maybe kind of protect yourself, and then talk about it. Keep telling people the truth. Tell them, say, listen, 5G doesn't affect you, but it's affecting me. Wi-Fi doesn't affect you, but it's affecting me. This is hurting me. And this is where the human part comes in, right? Because I don't know, let's just say, what if 5G doesn't really affect most people? Isn't it kind of racist? Isn't it kind of genist that I don't give a damn that it's affecting Heartless? It's affecting her, maybe her family, because they got certain genetics, but it's not affecting me and I don't give a damn? That's why I talk about bigotry, indifference. We got to stop being indifferent to each other. That's the real problem. The problem isn't racism. The problem is don't give a damnism. People don't, what they call it, gaff. Who's that? Somebody said gaff. They don't give a F. They don't. It doesn't affect them. They don't care, right? Oh, they're not a part. They're not they don't live in a country that's being enslaved. They don't care, right? They don't live in a country where the people are fleeing to migrate to the next. They don't give a fudge. I can't say it, but people don't care. That's why bigot's my favorite word. We got bigots of all races and colors, and pretty much everybody in government's a bigot. Because the idea of a nation is bigotry. Actually, if you really think about it. I mean, there's the positive sides of it, that we're local communities and we're supposed to work together and collectivism and stuff. But when you get to a time where you're like flirting with World War III, because we're giving all this power to government, like how many ways is the world about to end? How insane is that? You ever think about all the ways that we're all about to die, whether it's not super volcanoes and the destabilization of the oceans and the dead zones and threatening the World War III and the bees dying? I mean, at what point do you get concerned? Is anybody concerned? Is it just me? At what point do you actually get concerned with this and put down your video game controller and actually speak up on something? That's why we need more people talking about it. We need more people having these discussions and more people questioning what's going on. Like World War III, like literally, let me tell you this. I didn't talk about World War III in a minute. You know what World War III is going to look like? Because in my country, most people actually think they're going to watch it on their cell phones. Like, oh yeah, World War III, it's going to be kind of fun. I don't know, prices might go up, oil might go up, but we're going to watch it on the cell phone. We're going to download the news every day. No, that's not World War III. When World War III starts, all you're going to know is nothing. The lights are going to go out. That's it. Your power is going to go out, and it's not going to come back on. Not for years. Because the first thing that's going to go down are the grids. The first thing that these big superpower nations are going to do is they're going to shut off the power, right? That's why when Brother Bajorn talks about things, we talk about solar panels. We talk about learn how to make a Vought wind turbine, buy a wind turbine, invest in those things and put them in your garage. These people aren't slowing down. The monsters that are rolling out 5G are the same monsters they're the terrorists of the world right now. It's like how people talk about, the greatest populations of terrorists are in this country. So we need the war on terrorism to go there or not. I have a different belief on that. I think the greatest populations of terrorists are probably the areas that people find the most terror. It's coming from worldwide. And that last study showed, what is the greatest threat to world peace? Who are the biggest threats to the world? They're the Western governments. The biggest population of terrorists, that the people who bring terror in the world, are in the Western governments. And 5G is just another one. All right, let me see. I'll note of my technology's older laptop, 5+ years, and sell at least 4 years. Brother Gown, always with some good comments and good points. And that's a good point. My laptop, I got this laptop like last year. Before that, my laptop was like 8 years old. And I'm clumsy as the day is long. I spill my coffee on my laptop all the time, as if you can't tell. I get excited a little bit. And I just replaced the laptop. I replaced the keyboard. The keyboard costs $15. You buy a new keyboard, take you. First time you do it might take you an hour to take the laptop apart, replace it. Learn to fix things. That's the world we're going into. We keep tempting this. We keep giving these 5G powers, and they're rolling out all this tribalism. And if it's not World War III, some sort of extinction event comes along, you might need to know how to repair something. Just becoming dumb on technology is a really bad idea. They sleep fine and are born and bred psychos. Brenda, you might be right. As president, they'd have to kill me. As prime minister, they'd have to kill me. I'm not going along with it. But I'm a little stubborn. Somebody asked me the other day, well, what about your family? What if they want to kill your family? You're the president. Kill them. Get them. When you take a job in modifying and pushing the direction of the free world, you can't put the people around you more important than the whole damn world. That's why I say like there's a reason for things, but I don't let politicians off the hook. Like you took that job. You're not supposed to have fear. You're supposed to understand we're spirits anyway. We're energy. They come back, kill my whole family. They come back. They'll be back. They come back. There's some rocks and plants and stuff, and they'd be mad at me. But You take the job, you got to do the job. The job is not for Wall Street and corporations. Your job is to be a member of the human race and do good things and have integrity. If I don't make excuses, y'all, a lot of my friends are still heavy Bernie. I don't make excuses for people. You know, if I were Bernie, would I still be in the Democrat Party? Hell no, no. So I question why he's still there. Tulsi Gabbard, Nina, all the rest of them. You know, Ron Paul stayed with the Republicans too long, but he sat there and he fought them every single day. He'd get down there and Congress to a point where they go to sleep and they just walk out when Ron get down on it. You know, you can't be a member of these parties if your party is a gang, right? If it's a psychopathic gang murdering people and causing genocide around the world, it's going to take from my integrity to be a part of that. So I'd like to see these politicians walk away from these parties. That, to me, that says something. That might actually change the party. But right now, the parties don't have to change. They can be murderously bloody, and they can live and exist on and thrive on blood money and the murder of people all around this world because nobody's walking away from them. People are just supporting them. 5G is a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing because they haven't proven it's a good thing yet. It's like any technology. Whether it's medication or it's a car, new airplane. You gonna get into it? Boeing made a new airplane. You gonna climb into it before they test it? That's a good example. Boeing made a new airplane. Here you go. It's a new drone. It's a single person airplane. Here, go ahead and get in and fly it. You're gonna pay for it before somebody tests it. You're gonna get inside of it and fly around. That's what we're doing with 5G. Hadn't been tested, but only that. It's based on technology that's already shown to be dangerous. So you're going to get in it, you're going to fly, you're going to pay for it, like the tax dollars pay for it, and you're going to start rolling it out. It's just stupid. It's stupid. Always trust in Julius Caesar. There are devices to layers of organic and inorganic. I'm not sure where you're going on that one, Brenda. Let me kind of go down. Let me see. As part of why they are spraying the skies with aluminum to kill our trees for 5G. Oh, trees are dying all over and new planting will not grow. We are we're effed without the trees. We are. I'm sick about this. That's interesting, Tam. I never thought about that. That how aluminum, how its effect on plants, its effect on the trees. Maybe they're defoliating for a reason. Maybe that's a part of it. They're getting rid of some of the trees. I don't know. I'm okay with all theories because all I know is I don't know. And that they shouldn't be doing this. That's what I know. I don't know. They shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. This looks suspicious. Federal regulators will vote in 3 weeks on a plan to accelerate next generation 5G wireless networks around the U.S. by overriding some local rules that could hold up deployment. It's not your right. You don't have a right to do that, federal government. Your states trump the federal government at all ways, at all times. But people agree that you're the big daddy, you're Julius Caesar, so you can lie and erode the Constitution anytime you like. I don't agree with that. That's up to the states. If they got local laws because they're protecting their people, like that's another way you take power from people. And people who still think, oh, Trump's taking on the deep state. He's okay with this. He's good with this. He's the one who gave them the idea. He's big police state like Obama was. Telecommunication companies have called the local rules burdensome, while the U.S. national security officials have voiced concerns that the U.S. could be falling behind China and other countries in the race to develop 5G networks and applications. They're racing for a reason. Who's winning the race? There you go right there. Nah, we're racing China because this somehow makes it easier for them to govern. That's why this is a bad idea, people. We have to back away from it. Like I said, I'm always in that camp of if Julius wants it, it's a bad idea. Till he proves it's safe, we shouldn't be messing with it. I say it straight up. All right. Making me think of the story I saw Assad's wife walking their kids to school. I don't know where you're going with that, Jeannie. I think Assad is a bastard like all the other bastards. It's just he's the smaller bastard. There are other alternatives. Yes, Maureen, there's always other alternatives, but they never go with them because we don't question them. So they can go with the most profitable controlling one, right? 5G has been tested on rats. Okay, Rebecca, if you got the study, send me the study. I'll post it out. I appreciate that. I know that they've tested the microwave radiation and they know its effect is negative. They know that it's not going to be a good thing, right? But I didn't know there was a specific one on rats. I'd love to see that. 5G is a military weapon not designed for public use or deployment. And Maureen, that's actually one of the things that makes sense, right? If it's military, that's when we know they always get behind it. If it's for controlling people or hurting people, oh, they'll invest till the day is long for it. But it's for helping people and speeding up their internet, hell no, they would put a dime in it. But that's why common sense, we're in like a common sense apocalypse. People, they've lost their common sense. Racing before too many figure out less work for them to eliminate us. Yep, they're racing, Brenda, because I think people are starting to figure out. Doctors are actually starting to talk about it. Studies are starting to come out. People are starting to post it. Some people are getting concerned. That's why you got to make it go viral, people. You have to share the talks. You have to share the studies. You have to share, but you got to wear the fangs too. Some people won't listen to 45-minute discussion on this stuff. Some people, they got to just get it right to the punch. You know, that image I showed before, you got to share the stuff out. So people know that there are a lot of people talking about it. What you talk about, the mainstream media will talk about, and that's how you start a conversation. China is efficient, but at what cost? Right, and well, China is efficient. They don't care. You know, you look at the toxins in their food and how they're poisoning the air. If it makes money, they run with it. And that's a really bad a really bad model for anybody to pick up on. We're supposed to be smarter than that. China's racing to catch up to America, so we know why they're running. And ask the question, why is your government running? Why are they running? Truth has consequences. Yes, Crystal, it does. Truth, because when the truth comes out, it means that you got to answer why you've been lying. You know, people lie for a reason. They got something they want to get away with. Towers line the interstates while they pass laws that you can't use your phone while driving. Exactly, Cheryl, because we have no rights. We're captives. We're captives, and we got to be honest about that. Holistic doctors dying mysteriously. Yes, Maki, and they have been for a while. But people don't question it. That's why I say always question Caesar. When you see some code in the matrix and it's not making sense, it's looking kind of funky, gotta say it's funky. Gotta call it out funky. Somebody's up to something. Key to fixing problems, people say study natural law and civil law and public law and private law and learn what is the meaning of sovereign. Absolutely, Citizen Deb, totally agree. We do got to get back to a time of sovereignty where we respect each other's rights. We respect each other's natural rights, their civil rights. We respect, but at the base of it, natural rights, right? Human rights at the base of it. You know, we're in a time where people don't respect each other's human rights. That's why I call them all bigots. They're all bigots, Citizen Deb, because it's all about bigotry. It's all about not caring about somebody else, being indifferent, not accepting that they're a human being and they're open to having human rights, and you can take them away. But 5G is a problem, you people. 5G is a problem. 5G is something we need to look at. We need to be posting more. We need to be slowing down and need to be getting behind local governments that's fighting to keep their regulations and keep that crap out, because they're up to something and it does not smell good. But once they have it in place, it's in place. What are you going to do to back it out once it's in? There's nothing you can do. There's so many telltale signs of people sweep thousands of cases under the rugs as if they are one-offs. So angry. They are very angry. Absolutely. I find similarities between Assad and Romanov's story and how they ended up in their position in power. Well, I think most leaders end up in power one of two ways, right? People vote them in, or America murders them. The CIA comes in, they do a grassroots movement, give them guns and weapons, and they pick a dictator that's a sellout and they put him in office. That's how they get in. I understand that one, because that's what the whistleblowers say. That's why I say that. Let me see, sovereignty or the cancer of the world. Right, that's it, Rebecca. I think those are our only choices. I'm gonna end on that comment. Our only choices is we go back to being sovereigns, respecting each other's human rights and respecting each other's ability to be human, or we're a cancer of the world and the world decides its immune system needs to wipe us out. And it'd be good for the world if it does that. If we're not smart enough, we don't love each other enough to give each other that respect, that we're gonna stay bigots, then we shouldn't be here. Make room for the reptiles, the ants. Let one of them evolve, and maybe they have a better idea of what being a collective is. Anyway, Who is Citizen Deb? I'm not seeing her comments. Oh, okay. Citizen Deb is on YouTube. I look at multiple screens, Deborah. Citizen Deb on YouTube. Deborah Chandler on Facebook says hi. She says she love you, sis. She'd like to meet you someday. And Citizen Deb on YouTube. Deborah, she just said hi. We all family, y'all. Make friends. Continue to fight the power. Don't join the power. Rage against the machine. Don't join the machine. This is Gerard. I'm out. Love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day now.